Hello to everyone watching this video. The date is currently November 16th, 2022, and I am currently the official club president of the unofficial anime and manga club. At this time, we're not chartered, so we're not an official club at the school, but come this February, we are going to be chartered, and everything will be nice and fine. I've made this video today in order to teach everyone the steps in order to have access to every ebook that we have for the school library. So the main reason I want to do that is there's a lot of manga that we can't get physically. Either they don't have physical releases out right now, or we would have to import it, which is like pretty expensive. So the only other option we have for some of these books, I'll use the term manga for this because, you know, I'm primarily speaking to my anime and manga club that we want to access. We cannot access it due to the fact that it's just something that we can't get physically. It'd be better and much more suited for the library to have online releases of it, which I'm going to teach you how to access today. Alright, step 1. You're going to want to download the Libby app. The Libby app allows you to get access to every single ebook that whatever library you're trying to interact with has in their stock at the moment. So you're going to want to download that. Now, you're going to see this prompt right here. Now, don't be mistaken, even though you don't actually have a library card, the JJC library does officially regard you as having a library card just for being enrolled in the school itself. So just click yes on that. Then you're going to have to look up search my library. Then you're going to look up the Joliet Junior Library, which will show up as this. You can tell it's the Joliet Junior Library because its location is JJC main campus in Illinois. So click on that and you will have officially added the card. However, you need to activate it, and the way to activate it is by signing in. So you're going to want to choose the Joliet Junior College or whatever other college you're going to be using, and then it's going to ask you to sign in. And when you go to sign in, you're going to notice that, hey, this is a JJC login. I can just log in with my JJC information. Make sure to do that. And then after that, you'll be completely signed in, and then you'll have your library card. Congratulations, you have now access to the entirety of the JJC library stock of specifically electronic books, ebooks. Now, if you're an inquisitive fellow like me, you will have noticed the loans and holds of the linked card that you currently have. And you might be wondering what that means. Well, the loans refer to how many books you currently have access to at the moment. Sometimes books have unlimited use, which means everyone who has access to this stock can take it out anytime they want. And sometimes the loans only allow one person at a time to have it out for an ebook. If it's either unlimited or one, you're going to loan it, parentheses borrow it, however you want to call it. It's not actually a loan, don't be scared. The holds specifically refer to your spot in line for books that are already out of stock. So, for example, let's say that you want to get Spy X Family 1 and someone else already has it. You would actually put yourself in line to get the next copy of Spy X Family on an ebook, and then you would just wait. Once the other person has returned the book, you may have access to it and the hold will now be void. As you can see, at least from what I have for my things, I have a loan of 5 and holds of 10. So that means you can only have 5 books at one time and only 10 holds at a single time. Now, if you're like me at all, you're going to be a little bit scared when navigating this, as you don't want to make a wrong or difficult choice that might lead you to accidentally harming yourself in a way that you could have totally avoided. So I'm just going to go through the steps of how exactly you loan out a book. I did it just for the purposes of this video. So again, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to only look up manga, but that's only because this is a video to my club. Yeah, I want you guys specifically to be helped out with this. So I'm going to look up manga for the specific search of what I want, and it's going to show me all available manga on the JJC library stock. So every single piece of manga that they have over ebook and stuff like that is right here, and you can just access it whenever you want. What I like to do is I like to focus on the preferences area and only put in books, just so I can like whittle down how many things are actually there. So for this specific video, I thought the name "I Think Our Son Is Gay" for a manga, it was very funny, and I just wanted to read the manga just to see what it was about. So that's exactly what I did. As you can see here, there's a big option to borrow. It'll even show you how many borrowing days you have, and even show you what you're linked card has. So you can see mine has nothing because this is the first book I've ever redeemed. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press the borrow button, and then it'll wait. And then since this is the first book I've ever done, it'll actually ask you for notifications on when your loan is due. You guys can read through each and every one because I didn't. I just put on notifications because I'm a very smart person like that. Yeah. So I have just officially borrowed the book, and as you can see, there's already options for me on what I can do. So I can either open, keep browsing, or go to shelf. I'm just going to open it just to see what goes on. It'll give you options on whether or not you want to open Kindle, which I think is pretty interesting. There's very big like Kindle connectedness in this app, which I think is super cool. But I don't have any of those devices, so I'm just going to open Libby. And as you can see, I have access to the entire thing. And then from this tab, you can leave anytime you want, do whatever you want with the book at any current time. And if you look at my shelf now, it actually looks different. There's exactly one book open, and it's the I Think Our Son Is Gay, Volume 1. You can see I can manage the loan, open Libby, blah, blah, blah. So for 21 days, I officially own this volume of manga, and I can do whatever I want with it to the limits of the ebook status that it has in the JJC library. And so I actually read the entirety of I Think Our Son Is Gay. The plot revolves around a mother who believes her son is actually gay due to the fact that every time he speaks about finding young love in his life, he actually slips up, and instead of saying things like girlfriend, he'll say boyfriend, girls, boys, which leads the mother to obviously come to the conclusion that her son is gay. And so the title of the manga makes sense. I think it was pretty cute. It was nice. I wouldn't be like, this is like groundbreaking innovation, but it touched on a lot of LGBT issues that I don't actually see a lot in manga. I definitely liked the concept, and I enjoyed reading it. So now that I finished it, I would like to return the book, and so I'm going to go through the purposes of returning it as well, just so you guys can see. At the top left, you can see finished ? Which I actually didn't notice on my first thing, but now it's asking me if I'm finished, so I'm going to click on that, and then it states, when you are done with this title, returning it early allows others to borrow it sooner, which is obvious because there's only one out of the copy. And so I'll click on the return early since I'm done with this. It gives me one more prompt if I really want to say that I'm finished with it. As you can see, I'm returning the volume 1, and you can see one loan on my linked card. And so I officially return it, and you can see it does a cool little animation, and it says I've returned it. So then I can go to shelf and see that I actually have nothing on my linked card, back to square one on how many books I own. And so that ends our official walkthrough of the app itself. Two things I want to bring up officially before I end this. One, you can attach any library card to this, so it's not only exclusive to the JJC library, but if you have other library cards, you can connect those. And the second thing would be actually picking out other books from the JJC library. This is not only exclusive to manga, so if you find a book that you like, maybe you can search it up yourself. And with that, that concludes our video. Thanks everyone who stuck around, and thank you to my wonderful club members who are interested in reading manga. I'll be sure to get all your recommendations in the library itself so that we can get it done and read it together and talk about it and blah blah blah. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.